Have you ever heard the saying, if someone has a bigger piece of the pie, it means everyone else gets a smaller piece? Okay. It sounds logical, right? If you and I are sharing a literal apple pie and I take a huge slice, there's obviously less for you. That's a zero-sum game, okay? But that's the thing. That analogy is completely wrong when we read talking about money and wealth. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of how an economy actually works. When I eat that piece of pie, it's gone forever. After my body processes it, it's not coming back as pie again. But money is completely different. It gets spent over and over and over again. Think about the word we use for money. Currency comes from the word current, which means to flow. We talk about an electrical current, a water current, an ocean current, a wind current, and yes, an economic current. Money is meant to move. Imagine you have $1. You go to a local coffee shop and buy a latte. That dollar doesn't just disappear. Coffee shop owner now has it. She then uses that same dollar to pay her employee. Okay. The employee then takes that dollar and buys groceries. The grocer uses it to pay the farmer who grew the vegetables. Do you see what's happening? That single dollar has already supported the coffee shop, paid a salary, bought food, and supported a local farm. Each time it changes hands, it creates value. It generates goods, assets, and services. That's the science of economics, the velocity of money. It's not a fixed pie. It's an ever-flowing river of value creation. The more the money circulates within a community, the more opportunities and wealth it creates for everyone. So, if money is supposed to flow like a current, what can stop it? What dams up this river of prosperity? There are 5 major enemies to this natural economic cycle. Think of them as leaks or blockages in the system. The first enemy is taxation. Now, I know what you're thinking. You need taxes for roads, schools, and public services. And that's true. But when taxation becomes excessive, it's like taking a huge amount of water out of the river. That money is removed from the active, circulating economy. It slows down the flow because individuals and businesses have less to spend, save, and invest. The key is balance. Necessary public funding is one thing, but overtaxation can seriously hinder the velocity of money and stunt economic growth for everyone. The second enemy is inflation. This one is sneaky. Your dollar is still a dollar, but it buys less than it did yesterday. If your wages aren't keeping up with inflation, you're effectively getting poorer. You have to spend more money just to maintain the same standard of living, which leaves less for saving, investing, or buying anything extra, which makes people and businesses hesitant to spend, further slowing the current. Next up, our third enemy, interest, specifically high or compounding interest on debt. Think of this as a powerful siphon, constantly pulling water out of the river. When you're paying a lot in interest on loans, credit cards, or a mortgage, a significant portion of your money isn't going towards creating new value in the economy. Instead, it's going straight to a lender. Well, lending is a crucial part of the economy. Excessive debt and high interest rates can drain a household's or a business's resources, diverting money away from productive spending and investment and into a cycle of debt repayment. This happens when a country buys far more from other countries than it sells to them, creating a large trade deficit. It's like a major channel diverting our river's water to another land entirely. When we send our money overseas to buy goods, that money then circulates in another country's economy, creating jobs and wealth there, not here. A healthy economy has a balance of trade, where money flows both in and out, but a persistent, large-scale export of currency weakens the domestic economic current. It starves local businesses and reduces opportunities at home. Finally, the fifth and perhaps most destructive enemy is corruption. Corruption is like poison being dumped into the river. It contaminates the entire system. When money is diverted through bribes, embezzlement, or cronyism, it's not being used productively. It doesn't fund public services or create legitimate business. It concentrates wealth in the hands of a few through illegal means, breaks public trust, and makes the entire economic environment unstable and unfair. It completely undermines the principles of a healthy, flowing economy. So, let's put it all together. The idea that wealth is a fixed pie is a myth. Wealth is created when currency flows. When you lower those 5 enemies: excessive taxation, high inflation, crippling interest, massive currency export, and corruption, you heal the system. You plug the leaks and remove the dams. By keeping the system as closed and efficient as possible, the currency can flow faster and more freely. And when that economic current is strong, it lifts everyone up. More jobs are created, businesses thrive, and everybody, not just a select few, becomes more wealthy. It's not about taking from others. It's about creating a better system for all. Thanks for watching. And if this gave you a new perspective, be sure to like and subscribe for more.